So, the one with the owls back here.
Okay, this one's called Distractions, and what it's about is, you know, those funny little things that happen in your life that pull you away from what it is you want to be focused on. And they can be cute and charming, but pretty soon you find yourself completely distracted from what you originally had planned on doing. So
owls have a lot of different meanings too.
Yeah, wisdom and
I
scariness.
heard someone, I was visiting Monument Valley. There was a rock, Owl Rock, and I had a guide, and I said, "Oh, good, I want to see it. I want to see it, you know. Can you take me to it?" No. I said, "Why? Is it too far?" He goes, "No." He said, "I just won't go there."
Oh.
So they consider it to be bad luck.
That's right.
I have owls all over my house.
That's right.
I like owls.
I do too.
This one with the butterfly, very sweet.
Well, this one is called The Teaching of the Butterfly, and it is about how butterflies change from a caterpillar to a butterfly. And so there have been a lot of scientific research on it, and there's a process of the caterpillar has these cells inside, and they're called imaginal cells. And they start to vibrate or change at a certain frequency, and although they're the minority, they change the whole caterpillar into a butterfly. And so the butterfly right now can be a symbol for hope for our world, that the minorities, if we think at a higher level, we can transform the world.
So all of your paintings have stories.
They do.
Like your studio, and dealing with healing, most of them?
Yeah.
And where would you like to take this? What level would you like to go with your art?
I would like to continue to show and share my art with with people, and I also want to be able to teach this process. I don't have a degree in art therapy, but I do have a lot of experience of using art as a process of healing, and I would like to be able to share that with people.
Well, when you did this book, how did the feet come about? I guess I'm really into the feet. It's just so original. How did this idea come about to do feet?
The original influence came from my grandmother, who had an issue with her legs, and so the legs represent our ability to stand on our own. And so then I started thinking about that a little bit and doing a little bit of research, and I found that in Galilean astrology, the feet are ruled by the sign of Pisces, and I happen to be a Pisces.
You're Pisces.
So I started using that as a representation of myself in my stories. So that's where all the feet come from.
It just grew.
It just grew over 4 years. There's a lot of feet in there.
I guess I like red. It's bright, so I'm going to show this one, and then you could tell me about this one.
Well, this was done a few years ago because it's called 40, and it was when I had turned 40.
Oops.
Thanks a lot, darling. And so red is the center because historically, white, red, and black are the colors that are for women. So white would be for purity and for the maidenhood, and then red is for the center of your life, fertility, and then black is the phase of the crone phase and wisdom. So,
okay. Let's see. There's one here I've got to show. Can't get off this show without showing this one because I'm kind of known for my veggies, and I have found an asparagus foot.
That's right. This one's called Asparagus Shoes, and I was a vegan for 10 years.
10 years. Yeah, I kind of figured out that's what this was about, but it's just so cute. I wanted to know, I know that you've studied about proteins and how to balance proteins and all that. I'd like to know a little bit more about your 10 years as a vegan, maybe why you stopped, and how do you feel now? Okay. So what was your experience like? First of all, maybe we should start out with why. Why? Did you decide to? Yeah.
It was more of a health choice. I thought that it would be healthier to have a really pure diet of vegetables.
Sounds good to me.
And so I did a lot of research on it because I had heard that it wasn't good for everybody. So I wanted to make sure that I was eating really healthy. So I studied all of the proteins that are in grains and in legumes and how to balance those together to create a whole protein like you would find in meat. And so I was very educated on how to, you know, create eating well. But my experience of that 10 years was I was very lightheaded all the time, very spacey. And my energy would kind of drop rather quickly. So it was hard for me to maintain energy. So that's part of the reasons why I started eating.
Well, you have other problems too, because with the protein, because I know that you're supposed to eat a lot of nuts and everything, and it turns out to be you're allergic to all nuts or just
all
some
nuts. I'm
all
allergic
nuts?
to nuts, yes.
Even peanut butter, of course.
Yes.
And well, that makes it really hard to get your protein.
It does. And I am lactose intolerant too. So although I was eating dairy, I was having a problem with that. So, you know, it's not the right diet for everybody.
So how do you feel now?
I feel great. I've got good energy and my head is clear.
So yeah, I can't imagine 10 years without meat. Well, did that include fish?
Yeah, it did. When you're a vegan, it takes out eggs and stuff too.
People ask me all the time.
And dairy
just
too.
Because I paint with vegetables, they think that I'm a vegan. And they always ask me, I always start giggling because I paint with them, you know? It's like,
I don't eat
doesn't mean that I can't eat meat. Okay, we're going to look at a few bones now. I showed you some feet. This is kind of cool. Tell me about this.
Well, when I was in high school, one of my favorite artists was Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yes.
And then I've also become very fond of Frida Kahlo. And in other cultures, bones are not something that's a scary thing. It's just really readily part of what you see. And bones to me are our inner structure. And so what it represents is my inner support and my inner strength. So it's my structure. And so that's what this whole series is about.
And the flower?
Well, each flower is for a different part of the body. And so so this is a lily.
This is a lily. So when I look at this, well, okay, so what does the lily represent or mean? Or
well, in the Bible, the lily is purity, but I didn't choose a white lily. I chose an orange lily because I thought that was a little bit more passionate.
That's more like you then, huh? Okay, this one I recognized as one of my favorite flowers, as a magnolia. So, well, we have to give the hands equal time now.
Actually, these are the feet.
These are the feet?
These are the feet.
Oh, great.
These are the hands.
Okay.
And so it's back to doing the feet again and the magnolia. So it's about understanding and listening on a deeper level.
And the magnolia, is anything?
Well, it has a shell quality to it, which, you know.
Yes, yes, it does.
You can hear the ocean and stuff in shells. So
yeah, well, now that I look at the feet and the hands over here, I guess I can't see a difference. Okay, now we have the hands, and I'm not sure, but, oh, it says lotus.
Yeah.
This is a lotus. Okay, so now we have hands.
Well, in Tibetan culture, this is a gesture for teaching, and the lotus represents purity, so it's kind of a gesture about purity.
Purity. Very nice. Very nice. So you mentioned that you wanted to teach. What is it that you would like to teach? Are you talking about teaching art or healing or?
More the process.
The process.
Of using art as either finding personal symbology for yourself or using dreams or actually using the process of art to heal issues that are going on for each individual. Finding that insight.
Is there another book inside you?
Yeah, there is.
Are you working on it?
Yeah, definitely.
And what will that be about?
Inner strength.
Inner strength. Okay, now I have to ask you this. Is it going to be feet? No.
No, I think I'm done with
You're done with feet. So
feet for a while, yeah.
Have you started it yet?
Yeah, I have.
Ah,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, so it'll be coming up.
It's coming up in the next year or so,
to.
yeah.